Hi, folks. Welcome back to the Student Sparks podcast.
We've got some changes.
We got some changes. That is true.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Student Sparks podcast, where naturopathy meets neuroscience. I'm Parker Malev, the naturopath.
And I'm Emma Johnson, the neuroscientist. Join us on this adventure as we delve into the depths of nutrition, nature, medicine, and the mind,
where every insight sparks discussion and debate.
So if you couldn't tell, we may or may not have invited two people right off the streets to have on our show today.
Oh yes, I've never met this man in my life.
Nope.
I'm blinking SOS if you can't see.
This is my husband, Demeter. You can call him D because nobody can pronounce his name.
And this is Luke Labonte, my boyfriend, comp sci major.
Oh, aerospace major over here.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah, you're not comp sci. You're math. You're mathematics.
We're not.
Math.
Emma, you've already failed the question side of these things.
It's a mathematics with a computation track.
Okay,
so it's basically comp sci.
Okay, that's fair. We were actually talking the other night about how if the roles were reversed and either of us had to answer questions about their majors, we would fail horribly.
I feel like I would do okay.
Depends what I asked.
You asked.
It depends on what they asked.
So much about what you're learning.
The fifth integral of this equation.
Yeah. This is what this man brings up to me on random moments.
Break down the matrix. Show me its eigenvalue.
You do know the Harry Ball theorem. That's true.
The Harry Ball theorem.
And it has to do with weather sometimes.
I know how you can count without adding.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Today we have a little bit of an interesting game we're gonna play because we have our dudes with us. They're dudes we don't know. They are gonna try to answer questions about their women people, their women partners, their women folks. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yep. So we're gonna ask them a series of questions about our specialties and see how much they actually absorb when we rant on about our classes.
Only thing is, if Demeter, for example, does not know the answer to his question, Luke over there can try to steal it. And there are points and there are consequences. If they lose, they will lose.
Consequences?
There are consequences. Did you know that? I didn't tell him about the consequences. Did you tell Luke about the consequences, Emma? Wait, Emma, what is the consequence?
I did not know we came up with consequences. Did I forget?
I was trying to gaslight them into thinking that there was
yeah, so there are consequences.
All right. You lose your left nut if you get that. You
get more than 5 You already lost it.
Who wants to go first?
Me.
You want to go first?
Yes.
Okay, turn away. All right, so we each have our questions pulled up here. All right, first question, starting over here with Demeter. What herb is commonly used for sleep that I also use quite regularly? There are two possible answers.
All right, right off the bat, I'd say like valerian. I know that one. And I don't know,
You don't have to name
people
the
say
second
like
one.
chamomile, but I don't know if that's like actually helps.
It is. I just don't use it for that.
Oh, okay.
So you got like a bonus one. But that doesn't he got it right, guys. He got it right.
You can give him 0.5 for the chamomile.
No.
We should give bonus points.
Just the one.
Yeah, it's not the one I use for sleep though. But
Okay.
It is usually the sleepy time teas are usually chamomile actually.
Oh yeah.
But then they give you like the boosted ones that are almost like scary. They have like with valerian in it.
All right, ready?
Oh.
What is the scientific term for somebody who studies the neural basis of behavior?
Neuroethologist.
You're really close. I'm gonna give you a point, but it's neuroethologist.
That's what I meant.
Ethology is the study of behavior, and then neuro is obviously like the study.
I know that one because she says it a lot.
Yeah, because
I could have got that one.
Class.
She
I
is.
literally say it all the time.
She is.
Well then, good job. You're a good listener so far.
Thank you. I'm actually glad. I was pretty worried for that first question. I know roughly some of them, as you
Roughly
know.
some of them.
Like I know what the question itself is.
Did she read you any of mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does not remember though. There's no way he remembers.
Okay. I think I read him like one of yours. It was the most complicated one, or the most complicated sounding one to us.
Was it the Batesian Mullerian mimicry?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
that one.
You should get that one right.
Really?
You should.
I talk about it all the time. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Your question.
Next up. What plant has the same properties as aspirin?
Oh, I know like aspirin comes from willow bark tree, but I don't know if that's considered plant. Really? Okay.
Good job. I just bought white willow the other day and I couldn't stop talking about it, so he listened.
So proud. The
Yippee!
bare
Is it a
minimum.
tree or like a plant?
It's
Like,
a tree, but the bark is used. It was the most commonly used part of the plant.
okay.
Mhm.
Alright.
Yippee. Luke, could you have stolen either of those so far?
Nope. Unfortunately.
Okay.
All right, ready, Luke, for your second question?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What is the word for the different ways that animals perceive the world?
Starts with a U.
I talk about it all the time.
Uh,
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna.
Oom or something.
I'm gonna give you a hint.
Do I
It's,
get hints? Is that in the rules?
you only get 0.5 if you get it from the hint. It's a German word.
Umbrell.
No, it's Umwelt.
Wait, he was gonna steal.
Oh shoot!
He
No,
can't
I
steal.
can't.
He
I
couldn't
can't.
steal because
Oh.
I forgot we were doing the steal thing, and I was like,
You should
"What is
show
that
me the
word?"
answer, yeah.
Oh,
It's
I
okay,
did-
that was the
I
only one
wasn't
saw.
thinking about it.
would you have gotten
Sorry.
it, Demeter?
No.
Not in the slightest.
I feel like, yeah, I haven't really taken any biology classes past.
Okay,
What about a
but
bird
We
person
talk about
view
that
or
all the
something?
time, like color
It's
perception. I've literally discussed this with you, the color perception and electroreception and
Yeah,
sharks and
once.
all the time, Luke. All the time.
I don't know that we've used that specific terminology.
I use that term all the time.
Bird person view. That's
He would have
so
said bird person
right.
view.
It is a common word. That's my bad. Okay, your turn.
This is gonna start problems.
Our
is it?
turn.
Our turn. Oh, I almost started reading endless questions. Okay. What is my favorite chemical in the body?
Dude, what? Okay, I know. Okay, the only thing I can think of,
Run through a
which
list
might be
of them.
completely wrong, would be either like ATP or like HCl. Those are the two that you talk the most about. So like, I don't know if you're like,
Do you know what HCl means? Like what it stands for?
yeah, it's just hydrochloric acid.
He gets the point. He gets the point.
He gets it.
What?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it would for sure be ATP, considering how much you liked kinesiology.
I didn't like kinesiology. What do you mean? Okay, he loses a point.
What? Oh, you like physiology.
I liked
or anatomy. You
physiology.
liked yeah.
Yes, not kinesiology.
Physiology is so much better than kinesiology.
Kinesiology was boring, and also I couldn't tell my left from right, so that was like where I got most of my points taken off on
It's so annoying.
on questions, because I would say like I like the abduction, adduction. I couldn't
Oh my
get
God.
that stuff.
I don't
couldn't
know
get
if
it.
the listeners want to hear this, but like for Parker's driving, we have like these two
come
different
on.
colored stuffed frogs on like at the windshield, and I have to go like green frog, yellow frog for her to know which direction to
Wait, we
turn.
should do
Emma does left for Luke because I sit in the driver's seat, and so it's left.
Oh,
Right for Earl Emma.
Emma, when's the last time you've driven a car?
I drive all the time, but he doesn't
Like when
have to
you're
know
with
the
him, though.
right from left. I drive all the time when I'm with him.
She drove me to the.
Oh well, I don't. Oh, oopsies, I don't.
I like driving.
I hate driving.
That's understandable. I used to hate driving, but then I became a better person, and now I love it.
Okay, next question.
Whose is it?
Is
Oh
it
yeah,
me?
it was y'all's.
Oh, it's
Yes,
me.
Y'all go.
Okay,
Go for it.
ready?
No.
This one, I love this question,
All right.
and I talk about it all the time.
Okay.
I've talked
Oh,
about it with my
no.
roommate. I
Oh.
taught about it in my biology class. I taught
no
about
stress, Luke. No stress.
So the stress. There's
what?
stress.
Okay, shush.
Okay, sorry.
What is the significance of the Tiktaalik fossil?
It's a transitionary fossil
Between what and what?
between fish and land animals. I know that one. I know that one.
Awesome. Good job.
Yeah.
For those of
I'm
you who aren't
sorry.
watching, Luke looked like he was about to get beaten if he did not.
The waterboarding is pushed off. the question.
You can't say that.
Oh, thanks, darling. Thank you. I know.
I'm proud of you for getting that one.
Thanks,
Good
Emma.
job,
Thank
dear.
you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Emma, I think I'm gonna skip the next question because I think it honestly is too easy
Okay.
for.
I would
use it.
ask it, and if he says it's too easy, then because I have someone here that are way too easy for him.
Okay, all right, that's fair. All right, this one might be a little too easy. Let me know. Okay. Do you remember what hydrochloric acid is in common terms?
Isn't that the common term? It's literally just
But what do
Hydro-
people usually call it? Like, what is it?
well, and the only thing I know about like the human body wise is that it's like stomach acid. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. You're right.
I
Do
don't know
we?
if that's like
Is that
easy,
too
though.
easy,
Yeah, go for
or-
go for
No,
like
I think
a
that was
full
good. Luke didn't know the answer to that.
I thought hydrochloric acid was a laboratory thing. I thought they had
Well,
to
it's
make
also
it.
used in chemistry.
It is, but it's
Yeah.
like it's the thing in your stomach. It's the main acid in there.
Pretty cool.
Fun fact,
It is
I don't know if
pretty
this
cool.
is actually true, but I saw it somewhere that they found out that stomachs were acidic because somebody stuck their finger into somebody else's stomach and then licked it and it burned his tongue off.
They probably would have figured it out from people throwing up before that.
Oh yeah.
because the bile.
I don't know. I just heard it. It's probably an old wives' tale,
Bile
but it's fun
doesn't
to-
come up when you throw up.
Oh, I thought it did.
No.
what comes up when you
Okay. Anyways,
Bile. It's
It
just
does
acid,
if,
right?
if your
Depends.
stomach is totally empty.
Yeah, if
so-
your stomach's totally empty, but it usually means that you're like really sick.
Yeah, like
Okay.
going to die, kind of sick.
okay. All right.
All right, you guys go. You guys got it.
All right, Lukey, what is the difference?
Wait, is it? Oh yeah, it is my turn. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, what's the difference between Batesian and Mullerian mimicry? You can just like you don't have to know which is which.
Okay, good.
Just like what are they?
Um. It's when an animal looks like another animal to not get eaten.
Yes, Batesian mimicry is when a species that is tasty or palatable looks like an unpalatable species, and then Mullerian mimicry is when an unpalatable species like look like each other.
I know this one because we went to Mystic for her birthday and they had poison dart frogs there.
Aw,
That's pretty cool.
I loved poison dart frogs when I was little. That was one of the only animals that I had an odd obsession with.
I have
I
many.
think because they were bright colors. Well, animals specifically. I had odd obsessions with like stuff like snow globes.
That's so
I
interesting.
don't know why. You ready for the next one?
Yes.
Where did it go? Okay. Increasing what in your diet helps get rid of constipation?
Didn't you ask me this one before?
These are things we've talked about in like normal conversations. So you might remember it from a conversation we've had.
It's actually Taco Bell. So no.
I feel like
fiber.
that should get half a point.
He said fiber. He said it.
All right, question time. Go ahead.
I'm not expecting you to get this one, but
Okay, go
try
ahead,
your
go ahead,
best.
Go ahead.
Okay, what are the ampullae of Lorenzini?
Yeah.
I have
You want
talked.
pass it? I know this.
Yeah, pass it. Go ahead.
Do you actually?
Balls. I just wanted to say I close to the mic. Sorry.
Not quite.
Please don't hurt me first.
The ampullae of Lorenzini are like the area on the tip of a shark's nose that senses electromagnetic
Sharks have
fields.
noses, dude.
Have you
Well, they
s-
don't have noses, but the electromagnetic. So basically, all the fish. That's why hammerhead sharks have a longer area, like surface area, because they have a lot of those holes under them, and they can
Yeah.
sense like
Oh, so you actually did
electromagnetivity.
know the answer.
He did actually know this.
I didn't
one.
know the term for them, but I knew that sharks have that. to
He had
sense
a
them.
whole conversation, well, one-sided conversation a couple weeks ago because he watched a video about sharks and
It was like one of the
about the
that-
hammerhead
It
sharks.
was one of the TikTokers who's like, look at this interesting animal. And then like it's like something that looks ugly. Like it's so ugly. And he's like, it's so beautiful.
All right, you ready?
Mhm.
You ready for your next
Yes, I'm
one?
ready.
That last one was too easy. I'm sorry about the fiber question.
Okay.
What does bile do?
Bile.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it coat the linings of your stomach so it doesn't get burnt by the acid?
Do we want to pass it to Luke?
Yeah, I'll pass. I'll pass to Luke.
I always thought it just I thought it digested stuff.
come
What stuff?
I like bread. I don't know.
Food.
All right, Emma, we might have to take this one.
Yup. I'm surprised you didn't get that one, honestly.
Luke was closer, unfortunately. I'm sorry. It emulsifies fat so that it can actually be absorbed in the body.
It like goes around it and then breaks it down.
Oh, that's pretty
Yep.
cool.
So if you had said fat instead of bread, you would have gotten it.
So then what coats your stomach's lining?
Mucus.
Oh, just mucus?
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. All right, so
Good
no
job.
point. No point.
Job. Okay, yes, you got this one.
Okay.
How do electric eels find out where their prey is when it's hiding in like coral or grass?
They do a weak zap. They like they don't do the full zap. They have like a passive way to sense where the fish are around them. Wait, no.
Take
I'm
that
close.
part back.
I'll take that part back. Passive. They do a weak zap and the fish jolt a little bit and they know where it is. She told me this like 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah. So what they like send out like a weak, not like deadly zap, and then the fish like shocks a little bit, and then it moves the coral or the grass or whatever, and then they see where it is, and then they're like, zoom, and then they get it.
Then they use the big zap.
Then they do use the big zap. It's so cool. They grab the fish, they wrap it around, and then they touch it to themselves so that the circuit is closed, and then they zap really hard. And then
That's
it like,
pretty cool.
and it's so cool because they also get zapped, so it hurts them.
But it just doesn't hurt them as
But
much.
yeah, when they're hungry, their dopamine levels get so increased by the food that the negative impact of the zap doesn't outweigh the dopamine of getting
I
food.
lectured myself the other day.
I know you did. It was rough.
Actually,
Oh.
He cried a little bit.
I did not. No, but I did electrocute myself by accident.
right. Moving on. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I lost the question. Anyways, what macronutrient begins to digest in your mouth? It's only one of them.
Macronutrient.
Macro. Do you know what
digestion,
macros? You know what macros are, right? You've heard me talk about that a lot.
Yeah, like carbohydrates, proteins, fats.
Yes.
I think it's like starts or like completely digest in your mouth.
It begins. The others start in the stomach or small intestine. This one initially in your mouth.
I want to say carbs.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'd say carbs.
We got a winner.
Seriously?
We got a winner. Yep.
Good
Carbs start to
job.
break
I
down.
was stuck between that and fat, but I was like,
yeah, I would have
fat,
guessed
like,
fats.
because like I was thinking like what food is easy to chew.
Well, if bile, okay, well, think
Doesn't-
about it this way. If bile breaks down fat and bile isn't anywhere except
in your
for
mouth. Yeah, okay.
it's not in, you don't have bile in your mouth,
Yeah.
right? So it couldn't be fat.
This one's a two-part question, so I'll give
My
0.5
logic was
points for the first
Stop.
half and 0.5 points for the second half if you
Okay.
can get both of them.
Lay it on me.
Okay, what is the difference between strong and weakly electric fishes versus active and passive electric fishes? So like, what's the difference between strong and weakly? What's the difference between active?
Well, I
passive,
know
and
active and passive.
Okay.
Active is the one like the electric eel where it like, wait, no, hang on. I don't remember if it's active or passive or the other one. One of them shoots out an actual electric pulse, and the other one just sort of senses things in its environment like sight. But I don't remember which is which. Sorry.
Okay, I'll give you 0.5 points because that's active versus passive.
Okay, yeah.
And then strong versus weakly electric fish is strongly electric fishes can generate strong electric signals to stun prey. And then weakly electric fishes can only use their electrical signals for like echolocation and communication. So they can send out a signal. So it's a type of active electric signal. But they can't actually like stun a prey with it. They can only visualize or
Like
communicate.
platypi.
Yes, actually, they have electrosensing in their bill.
Cool.
Yep. So I'll give you 0.5 points.
You can give him a whole point.
Yeah, I think that was a two-part, like
I only
I've
knew
been giving him like two possible answers, and if he gets one, then he gets the full point.
I'll give you a full point, buddy. All right, I didn't mean to call you buddy on camera.
it's okay.
Call him Bud.
Yeah,
Call him Bub.
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 Good
Just
job,
really
Bub.
Bub. What gives, big guy?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
When exercising, what is the first and preferred energy source of your body?
Carbs.
Be a little more specific.
Sugars.
Yep.
Wow, he's
Yep.
good.
Yep. I yap quite often.
Well, I just know that because like constantly, like we watched that one like food theory episode with Mad Pat, and they were trying out like the whole trend with Sour Patch Kids or sour candy in general before a workout, and it was not good. They're not feeling it at all the whole time.
I probably talk about that more often than anything else, actually. So I'm not surprised that he got it.
All right, Emily.
Anyways,
All right,
y'all
ready?
go.
Yes, I'm ready.
This one's an easy one for you.
Finally. Okay.
How many years ago did Homo sapiens?
330,000. He's asked me this like 4
Okay,
times in the last couple
hold
of-
on.
I'm not even joking. We were coming home from Frank like maybe 4 or 5 days ago, and she asked me. So I know that one. That one's down pat.
Wait, Emma, can you finish the question?
Yeah, how many years ago did Homo sapiens split off from other hominin species?
And the answer was
330,000 years. I
okay.
talk about that one a lot.
She talks about that
It's
one.
because in one of my classes, he asked that question, and I raised my hand. I said 330,000, and he said, "Oh, you're so close. It's 330,000." And so I've been complaining about it. I
That
got
would make me
He
actively angry, I think.
He just didn't hear me right. And so then everybody in the class was like, "Oh, she's so stupid. She can't figure out when hominins split."
Emma, I guarantee you nobody's
not
thinking that.
stupid,
They're
don't
probably
worry.
thinking, oh man, this girl won't stop asking
If-
questions or
if you want-
answering questions.
If you want to know what
No,
the
it's in-
engineering major is, like everyone's stupid except for 2 kids, and those 2 kids try to be like the others, but they can't. So
Yep. All right. When should a person's cortisol levels be at their highest throughout the day?
what? Okay. Cortisol is your like
Cortisol.
stress managing hormone, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it should be the highest, like logically speaking, I would kind of want to be most stress managing in like midday.
It's not stress like a stressful situation. It's more like when like naturally, if a person experiences no other stimulation, when is it the highest?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
So,
don't want
like,
you. Yeah,
no, like regardless of your
regardless
habits
of
are?
habits and such,
Oh.
what is normal? When is it the highest? I'll give you a half point if you can get it after that.
Mornings?
Correct.
That was like a
It is
33%
mornings.
chance guess. Like
Yeah, but still, I am I allowed to give him a half point, Emma?
What? I think that deserves
yeah,
Half?
I already guessed like noon, so
Okay, I will give half. Well, because I to be fair, it is I understand what he's like the stress hormone. If you're stressed at a certain point of the day,
Yeah.
then you'd
I
assume it would
honestly-
be higher.
I did not know that. I would have guessed like after a workout. That would have been my first guess.
Oh, you mean like just
Or,
for
like,
the
after
natural
physical-
cycle of things?
Yeah, I would have said after physical exercise.
Oh no, that is true. I'm saying like the natural
Yeah.
cycle of it.
Yeah,
It
so
should be
I'm saying,
highest
I
first
would
thing
have
in the morning.
interpreted it the same way he did.
Probably. I didn't think about that when I was writing the question.
okay.
Y'all go.
Ready, dear?
Yes.
Who discovered natural selection around the same time as Darwin, but didn't get the credit because Darwin sucks and he tricked him?
No, we got a friend named like Rob.
Is that a real answer?
No, I know he had a friend. I don't remember the friend or a sort of friend. They had a falling. I don't know. I don't know.
Can
It's-
I steal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think so. I don't think I know this. But
You can
was
try.
Darwin the one who like with the birds? Was he
Those finches.
the finches? Okay, so that was Darwin. Okay, I thought it was like some other guy then. All right, never mind. I don't know it.
It is Alfred Russel Wallace.
I got the R.
You
Nope.
did great,
Yeah, I said
buddy. You
That
did
should have
great.
been something that you were taught in like elementary school.
Maybe.
Not
I
actually.
don't
In like high
I
school.
don't think I was not at all at any point.
Yeah. Nobody is.
I mean, you don't learn about the feud between Newton and
Well,
What's his face?
let's keep in mind that all
Wait, this-
biological science is based on natural selection. So I feel like you should know.
Right, and most modern math that you learn in school anyways, based on calculus.
All right, you're right.
It just didn't matter that
Valid.
much. Yeah.
Anywho,
That's my turn.
you want to go?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
What hormone is at its peak at the beginning of a woman's cycle?
Okay, hold on. At a woman's cycle, like
Mhm.
is the start of the cycle like the period? Is that what you're talking
No.
about?
Okay, can you tell me what a cycle is in period terms?
In a cycle?
What is a cycle?
What is a cycle in period terms? Okay.
How many days is a cycle?
Oh, it was something like it's not like a perfect month. It was
Look
like
at the
something like
camera, you weirdo.
it was like something like 28 days or like 29.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, that's exactly
Spot
correct.
on.
That was exactly correct. Okay, anyways, back to the question. What hormone is at its peak at the beginning of a woman's cycle?
That's peak cortisol.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Luke, do you want to try to steal this
Dang.
one?
Estrogen. I know this one is estrogen.
Oh,
got it.
nice.
Question time.
Oh yes. Where are we at? Question 10. How do sea stars consume prey? Bonus points if you can name the 2 amides that cause it, but you're not going to. So
Ouch.
read my-
Okay.
it's
She had a like a 1-page summary thing due.
yeah, I had to do a
I did
paper
read
all
through-
about it.
Unfortunately, I do not remember what an amide is,
It doesn't matter.
but I do know that
That's the bonus.
they go like this with like oysters and such.
Okay, but how do they actually consume the prey? That's how they open it up. How do they consume it?
They have a mouth right in the middle of their little bodies, right? Just gobble it up.
Can I steal if I
Yeah.
guess? Like, oh, sorry. Do you allow it? Do you pass it?
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting any
Okay.
further.
I don't want any non-consensual stealing here. I guess. Okay. Well, if you're to open it, like, let's say like a clam or something.
She's asking how they eat.
Yeah, I
Luke-
know.
Luke answered the clam part.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Okay.
trying to imagine it because it's got to be something weird. Like maybe they got like a long tongue or something that can just like they just kind of like
Sitting there
French
slurping
that thing and just eat it like that.
Is that your final
I'm wrong.
answer?
Yeah.
You're sort of right. They do have a proboscis, which is like a little thing that comes out. But what they do is the NGFFY amide the SALMF amide causes the stomach to like relax and invert itself around it. And then the NGFFY amide causes the stomach to go back into their stomach, and then they just can like absorb it. So like their stomach like flips out of them. They grab it up with their stomach, and then it flips back in.
It's
to know.
efficient.
And the stomach can become like a
Nasty.
proboscis and slip into really small stuff and like suck it up. But that's only certain species of sea stars. Not all sea stars do that.
Okay.
So you were sort of right.
Freaky.
Wild guess.
Freaky.
Yeah, I'm like I know sea creatures are just weird, so it's like it's got to be something from like Alien versus Predator, like some
Yeah.
weird thing that just comes out and
Mm.
eats.
Yeah, they're weird.
Oh, is it my turn?
It is your turn. This is an interesting one. I don't know if we've actually explicitly talked about this,
Okay.
but you may have seen me dealing with it.
Okay.
Okay. People with thyroid insufficiencies should increase their intake of what micronutrient found in seaweed?
Micronutrient found in seaweed.
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay.
List some off and then give me a final answer.
Okay. I'd say thyroid deficiency. Like fiber.
Micronutrient. It's like an actual, like you can take it in a supplement kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Not this isn't like you're eating something to you can take this as a supplement is what I'm trying to say.
Oh. Yeah, I have no idea. Salt.
No, you gotta pass it.
I gotta pass.
Luke, what you got?
I actually was going to guess salt, so I'm gonna guess something else.
Oh, okay.
Iron.
I thought you were
in
gonna get it right
seaweed.
there.
What
I
is
thought he was too.
iron not in seaweed?
Actually, I think
So
some
there is.
yeah.
They are.
I
It's
see
just
red ones. Red seaweed.
is that your final
That was
final guess, Luke?
Unfortunately, yeah.
All right. It is iodine.
Oh, iodine. What?
Iodine. Yep. So your thyroid produces T3 and T4, which is needed for all metabolism in your entire body. So the main thing that makes a T3, T4 molecule, distinct from other compounds is that it has 4 iodine molecules bound to it.
Cool.
And then T3 loses one, and or T4 loses an iodine, and that's how it becomes T3. So if people don't have enough iodine, then they can't have enough thyroid hormone, and their TSH will shoot up. Fish question time.
So that
Woohoo!
means they can't like break down fats really well.
No, any like you can't create ATP, so that would translate into like all
So
thyroid
your
problems.
metabolism in general is just very slow down.
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty much.
All right, ready?
Yes.
You don't have to get which is which, but knowing the difference. What is the difference between
I didn't
buckle
get that.
pumping and ram ventilation in sharks?
Okay. I did watch an episode of Wild Kratts and they did explain this. One of them has to keep moving to get air over its gills. And one of them doesn't.
Air?
I mean water over its gills, and one of them doesn't.
Air.
Is that a good enough? Is that even close?
I'll give you 0.5. I'll give you 0.5
Okay,
for that.
all right.
So buckle pumping sharks have to swallow air, like they can just swallow air and then push it over their gills like other bony fishes.
Mhm.
And then ram ventilation have to continually be swimming for the water to go over their gills. So that's why like buckle pumping sharks can like sleep, like lemon sharks and stuff at the bottom, usually like sediment dweller sharks. And then ram ventilation sharks have to continually be swimming, so they don't really like sleep in the way we think. I did a whole YouTube short on it. If anyone's interested watching the podcast, I did a whole short on this and went into more detail. So you should have known that, but
I think I did watch that one. It wasn't Wild Kratts, because that wouldn't make sense.
all right.
It's the YouTube short, right, Emma?
Yeah.
Was it on?
Yeah. We talked about it in the bio class that I TA for, and the professor didn't know. So I got to raise my hand because somebody asked like why do sharks like have water go over, and can they sleep if they have to continually move? And I got to answer because the professor didn't know. And she called me the resident shark expert, and it made my day.
Guys.
That feels like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
You
My
ready?
turn?
You
Yeah.
ready for it? This one, we've had a lot of stomach related questions on my side for some reason. Remember that for later. Stop that. What is the ideal pH value of the stomach?
Oh,
I'm looking for a numerical value.
okay. It's gotta be very low if it's acidic, like HCl acidic.
Mhm.
So that I'm gonna say something like, okay, if like 6 or 7's considered neutral, I'm gonna say like 3.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Luke, would you like to steal?
I guess so. 4.
Wrong direction, mate.
Wrong
Was it
way,
2?
guys. It's 1 to 2.
Okay.
That's crazy.
1 to 2.
That's like
Aren't there, like, the most
seriously?
It's-
powerful acids?
Yes, it's one of the most powerful acids we have available.
Oh, I forgot the scale is logarithmic. Meaning
Oh,
like so like the lower down you go,
Yeah.
the more and more concentrated of hydrogen ions it is. So I forgot. Okay.
Yeah, the pH scale goes in like the higher amount of hydrogen you have in something, the more acidic it will be. The higher amounts of, what was it, carboxyl? Or no, hydroxyl. Hydroxyl ions is when it gets more basic.
OH minus and H plus.
H plus.
I'm in organic chemistry.
I'm not.
Good. It sucks.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so terrified. Anyways, fish question.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
This one's actually not a fish question. It's just a neuro question.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
What are mirror neurons and what are their adaptive significance? We've had really interesting conversations about the implications of mirror neurons.
Yeah, I just don't know that I know the actual terminology is the problem.
You don't have to know the terminology.
No, but that's the thing. Like, if you were to say, "Hey, do you remember the conversation we talked about blah blah blah?" I think I would remember.
Oh,
I don't know what a mirror neuron
I'll give you a
Emma,
hint.
you can give him some context because I've been kind of giving him a little guidance for them
Yeah.
to remember when we
Yeah.
talked about it at least.
The conversations that we have it in are usually about like whether or not empathy is something that's specific to humans.
Oh, you see something and you see something happening and your mirror neurons fire as if it was happening to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was perfect. That was exactly
Oh, nice.
Yeah, good job. I'm so proud.
Bruh.
Thank
Those
you.
have been some of the coolest conversations we've had. So.
Yeah, those were good ones.
You ready?
Yeah.
We're
oh man,
leaving.
Luke's got one on me.
Wait,
Does
really?
it?
I think.
No.
Are we
Not
even?
quite. No,
Okay.
because you have
Well, I thought he got that
you
one.
are one. Oh, he did.
I have 7.5 for Luke.
I have 8 somehow. Oh, maybe you gave him a half and I didn't count it as a half.
Yeah, I gave him the buckle pumping and ram ventilating as a half a point. I haven't been counting.
Okay, I have. He's got 8.5 so far.
No, it's
Never
okay.
mind. They're tied. They're tied completely. My bad.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're tied.
Yeah, let's go.
It's neck and neck.
Oh, actually, I want to know this
Amy.
one so bad. I want to know why.
Which one?
For you, the question you're about to ask.
Oh, yeah, I'll explain it because I think he will get in frame. Why do you have like an aversion to the camera? Anyways, ew, don't do that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say you. I didn't mean to say you.
I'm good.
Haha, she
Okay,
hates your
ready?
smile.
Don't start.
No,
Don't start.
no.
Okay. In phlebotomy, why is there a specific order that you have to fill the tubes in?
In phlebotomy, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Specific order. All right.
Because you always heard me talking about the order of draw, right?
Yeah. Okay. I know that a lot of she's got a little color.
I have my little
bracelet she had to
color-coded
do.
bracelet for the order of draw. It's pretty fun.
So
This isn't the answer, by the way.
I know that all the tubes have like, except for like one of them has like specific anticoagulants in them to, however, I'm trying to remember. I feel like it would like, there's a reason why. It's because maybe like the blood changes after time when you're like, when you're taking blood. I feel like it's like I don't know. I don't
Are
know
you
the
saying
word.
time?
Yeah, I feel like
Time
it's
is
like
why?
it's it's dependent on time because like some of them might need the blood to be more like fresher
Okay.
coming out.
Final answer?
Yeah.
All right, Luke, do you want to try to steal? Sorry, Bob.
Emma actually already told me the answer to this one, so it's
yeah, I
not
don't
fair.
think he should, because I was wondering
Oh,
if
shoot.
he knew why. Because I did not.
Okay. All right, no
What
steals.
was the right answer?
No steals. It's to prevent cross-contamination.
So how do you cross contaminate if it's going into
That's what I was
Because-
wondering.
Yeah, it's interesting. You're actually not worried about cross-contaminating the blood. It's the additives. Because each tube, you stick, it's a vacuum seal. So the way that the blood actually is forced out, because when you put a needle in, and if you use a butterfly needle, it has like a long little tube that you can see the blood come out of. You can stick someone and you can let that sit there and the blood will not just flow out. You put the vacuum seal in and it immediately goes to the pressure gradient and goes into that. So
Yep.
that little tube sticks on this little thing and the little thing on the end of it goes into each tube. So it's usually like a gaseous or a sort of liquid additive. So you do not want the tubes that, are for, an anticoagulant getting into a tube that needs to be coagulated. So we do all the non-coagulated ones first, and then the others come after in a specific order of like where you can allow certain things to combine.
Oh, okay. So better to not have the coagulant
Yes.
and then anticoagulant.
Mhm.
And then, okay.
And blood cultures are always done first too, because that's bacterial issues. So if there is any like bacteria from your hands or from the site, then you still want that one to be first.
Pretty cool. All right, Loki.
Ready, dear?
I'm ready.
Okay, what are the 2 long reproductive organs located on the belly of male sharks? What are they called?
Peni.
No!
Still. I can
Here's the
steal
thing,
it.
here's the thing. She has told me what they're called before. We were at Mystic Aquarium and she would not stop saying it. Because I knew what it
It's so
meant, and so it
cool.
made me uncomfortable. And so anyway.
No, because it's cool.
But unfortunately I do not remember actual terminology for what the shark penis is called.
You want to steal it, Demeter?
Can you ask the question just one more time?
Yeah. What are the two long reproductive organs located on the belly of male sharks called?
I remember you telling me this one, Emma. I only know what letter it starts with, and that's it.
Oh my goodness, what? That's crazy. I don't know,
So you
like
can't steal, can you?
biggest dickus.
Okay.
So close, so close. They're called claspers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Because they have to like reach out in class or something.
Ew, stop. Don't talk anymore. Don't talk anymore.
Have you seen a
Oh.
turtle's
I think that-
reproductive system? That
Ew.
stuff's
Step out, right?
Stop.
Yeah.
Do you think that octopi are popular as like fish prostitutes?
Yeah, no, we're totally leaving that in.
Yeah. All right. We are going back to phlebotomy. You might know this one. I'm not sure. In most hospitals, phlebotomists are allowed how many attempts at a successful stick before being required to pass it off to another staff member?
two.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, if they stick you like 3 or more times,
Yeah.
get out of there.
For those of you listening, if a phlebotomist or a nurse, anybody sticks you, you need to know the hospital's policies. But for the most part, we are trained that if a single person misses your vein twice, you need to get a second person to come and do it.
Yeah, they're just not competent enough.
I
Yeah.
did
So if
not
you've had,
know that.
yeah, yeah, a lot of people don't, and I didn't before I started, and I got stuck 6 times in one sitting one time, and the woman couldn't do it. It was really, really bad. So if the second person, that's the next question. I can't answer that. We'll talk about it in a minute. But if somebody sticks you more than twice, get another person, and if that person doesn't do it, then you can't do anymore for a certain amount of time.
I got my blood drawn one time, and the woman literally did like 5 on one side, 5 on the other because she could not get it. And she finally got it on like 4 or 5 on the other arm. And I was so mad
Oh.
about it.
In the same arm, so
No.
she didn't even try to do like your hand or anything?
Nope, it was all here.
Were you
You can't
donating
do
blood?
that. What?
Nope.
Were you donating?
No.
So she was just taking like a couple tubes?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It was
I
not
would,
All right.
if someone
Mm-mm.
had to like if someone tried to like stick me a third time, I'd be like, okay, like you got your license from
Give me
like
the needle, dude. I'll
PubMed,
do it.
so
Yeah, well, I've actually thought about I'm allowed to do that now, which is really freaky. I've been
it's my-
tempted to try it. It is your turn. Go for it.
You should be like, can I just take my own? Oh, Luke, you're gonna get this one. What is an example of a species of fish that is able to change sex when the
Clownfish.
female?
Clownfish. They change sex.
yeah. Oh, I knew that too, actually. That's
Yeah.
like one of those like weird facts that
Every time we've ever seen anything regarding Finding Nemo, she tells me that. So I know that.
yeah, there's like a
It doesn't make sense that he just raises Nemo. He would have turned into a female, mated with another
Yes, I
clownfish,
heard.
and had more eggs.
I have heard that a
Yeah.
few times actually, I think.
So inaccurate.
You're destroying the magic, Emma. You're destroying the magic.
There's
They're
also
destroying
like
my scientific mind.
there's also like a weird thing with clownfish where like the mothers will actually like go crazy and like start
And eat
eating
them.
their eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's like that theory in Nemo that the
The
mother
mother's the
actually
one that
attacked
ate
the
it.
eggs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Freaky.
Not fun to think about though.
All right. This one goes back to phlebotomy again,
Alright.
and this is the one that I told you we would get to.
Okay.
If you fail to successfully stick a patient within the allowed number of times, which is 2, how much time has to pass before they are allowed to try again on that patient?
Like how much time before they can get blood drawn again?
Before they are allowed to try to stick the person again.
Oh, okay, just the sticking. No blood.
Yeah.
No, they didn't draw any
They
blood.
didn't get any blood.
Okay. I'd say I don't know.
You can give me an hour, like a number of hours.
Number of hours.
Yeah.
I don't know, 24 hours.
Correct. It is
Okay, that was a
24
complete
hours.
guess. I was thinking I was thinking a couple days for it to heal, but
No, it's just a matter of so it doesn't cause a hematoma. And so
oh,
that your vein doesn't collapse on itself, because if you get stuck too many times, it can actually like cave in on itself. It's really terrifying.
oh, like it heals like
Yeah.
that? Oh,
Yep,
okay.
yep. Oh no, it doesn't heal like that. It just collapses and has to reform itself
Okay.
essentially. If it collapses, you do not want anybody going back to that same vein though. So yeah, Emma, they butchered you for sure. For sure. Fish time.
I'm ready.
Okay, we're getting into the personal questions.
Okay, I got these ones.
Ooh, yay.
What is my favorite animal and why?
Sharks.
Oh,
As-
No, the specific type.
dude. Can I
Yeah.
steal this question?
No, shut up.
Oh, the problem is that you talked about a few species of shark. I can't. The shark doesn't count?
I'll give you half a point just for shark, even though that's literally like
Okay.
my entire
It
personality.
wouldn't happen to be white shark, would it?
It is white shark. Can you answer the
I
why?
was gonna say hammerhead.
Okay, if you can't.
Because
Yeah.
because people think they're scary. And
No.
oh,
But like I'll still give you the
Yeah,
point.
okay.
do the full point for that. It was 2 parts.
Can I guess why it's your favorite, just for fun?
Yeah, sure.
Hold on, can you Google a picture of a white shark for me? I need to see what it looks like first.
You've never seen a white
Okay.
shark before?
It's a great
No,
white.
like a
shark.
great white?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's not the name of the animal, Luke.
People generally.
You are dating me. You cannot call it a
Right.
great white.
I'm a bad environmentalist, but people generally know them as great white shark.
Is it called an Atlantic white shark? Is that what it's actually called?
There's a specific type of white shark called the Atlantic white shark.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what he looks like.
okay.
Yeah.
And you say that's your favorite, and it's not because they
You
look
can't say.
scary and they're actually not or something?
No,
Dang, what? Is
Got
it?
huge
it's
claspers, dude.
partially because they're seen as scary, but not.
Oh man, that's so weird. I'd say, is it because they like?
I'll just explain
think-
it. I'll just explain it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, so white sharks are really under researched, even though they're one of the oldest animals still living. And it's not really understood what impact we have on white sharks because so many people are like trying to like get them to go away. So we do a lot of things like electronic tagging, electronic fishing rods, but white sharks have really good electrosensing, and we don't really know how those electronic deterrents actually affect the white sharks. So I want to, yeah, that's why.
Oh,
I saw a video on Reddit today of a a white shark that got beached on Cape Cod, and the residents pulled it back into the water and let it go.
No, what?
Yeah, well, they towed it from a boat.
Don't do that. If
is
that
that bad?
happens,
To die.
you
Yeah,
call.
no, there were rangers and stuff there.
Okay. Never mind then. You're good.
But they had to use a guy's boat
Well,
for some reason.
So the thing is, there's this guy, his name's Dr. Scomo, and if a white shark dies, he'll take the brain and he'll send it over to Dr. Yopak, who's another shark scientist.
This shark
but
was
you're
actually,
not
like
st-
it was small. It was maybe the size of an adult human man. It was just a baby.
Still,
It was chasing
you-
a seagull and it got stuck.
That's so actually really funny and so
Yeah.
cute.
Sorry.
You still shouldn't be impacting.
It was gonna die though.
I you said there were rangers, which is fine. But like I'm saying, like it's not the end of the world if one single white shark dies. Like it's definitely bad. Like we should protect the white shark.
Well, I personally am an environmentalist, so
Environmentalist. You're an environment.
actually-
What's an environmentalist?
somebody who cares about the environment,
Mhm.
specifically white sharks.
And who here is on the Sustainability Organization Coalition? It's not you. It's not you.
All right, you guys go ahead.
I take the same philosophy into people. I mean, who cares if it's just one? I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'm
because then we
joking.
can donate their brain to research.
Oh my god.
If they're an organ donor.
Or sell the
But we
organ
have to
or
check.
sell the organs on the black market. Next question. What 2 kinds of doctor's offices did I apply to that gave me an enormous amount of trouble and grief?
Like the names of them?
Not the names, what specialty were they? There's
Oh,
2.
okay, one.
You have to get both to get full credit.
Okay, one, I guess, gastroenterology or enterology, whatever.
Gastroenterology, yes.
Enterology.
Yep.
And then the other one was cardiovascular.
Nailed it. I'm holding real grudges against them.
Yeah.
Real grudges. It happened a second time.
Yeah, that
By the
was
way.
that was terrible.
They when I say they gave me grief, I mean that they told me they wanted to give me a job and then just decided that they didn't want to anymore for some reason. And they both took up an enormous amount of time going back and forth and me just calling them over and over again and them just telling me, yeah, we'll get back to you. And then didn't.
Not tickle my toes. People these days. Sorry. Okay, ready? This one.
Fun fact
Demeter
about
will be-
melanin.
No.
Okay, sorry. Question.
Oh
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Demeter will be able to get this one right if you don't,
Oh boy.
because I just told him about it.
Uh-oh.
But what is my independent project in the CATS lab that I'm working on next semester?
Is the cat slab the monkey one?
Nope, the nudibranch.
Oh, okay. You're giving chemicals to nudibranch sea slugs. Because you're trying to figure out how they're gonna react, and it has to do with their interactions with sea urchins, right? I'm sorry, that was a jumble of words. I know that you're giving, I think is it dopamine? Okay, dopamine to the sea slugs because they react a certain way, maybe, and it has to do with their it's predator prey interactions, right? Or is that the other one?
Is that your final answer?
I mean, that I is a semblance of an answer.
Yeah, so I'm
Okay.
giving dopamine to nudibranchs, specifically the Bergia nudibranch,
Okay.
and we're trying to figure out their feeding pathway and what it takes for them to be able to consume a sea anemone, even though it's
Anemone, not a sea urchin. I'm sorry, an anemone.
I'll still give you the point because
Okay.
sea urchins also.
Good job, Luke. Good job.
Thank you.
So proud of you.
We're establishing that you are both very good listeners.
Hooray.
That was the real test today.
Yeah, this was kind of what the whole episode was. Do our husbands listen to us? Welcome to the Sparks podcast, where we're gonna be railing them with questions.
Just a Luke and Demeter podcast. We can play Minecraft or something. It'll be like minutes of silence and then creeper.
Actually, we were talking about doing a video where we play Stardew on
That'd be cool.
YouTube,
Oh my gosh.
and we could talk about
We could
scientific
just stream
quality.
on Twitch. That'd be easier.
That's true.
If I could work in any healthcare specialty, what would I pick? There's two possible answers.
In any healthcare specialty?
Yes, like an actual type of medicine besides naturopathy. Like if I was going to be an MD, what specialty would I pick?
Oh.
There's two.
Okay. For a long time, you really liked oncology, but now you got really into like gastroenterology.
That's both
So-
of them.
Good
That's both of
job.
them. Good job. Yep, and he's
Oh, it was
actually he
oncology,
even
right?
oncology and gastroenterology.
Yeah.
Yep, you're correct.
Because you had that like cancer book, which was like literally like
I
the
have.
crap on there.
Oh yeah, that's a
Oh,
good
Yeah,
book.
you
Where
should
is
show that. Yeah, it's a really good book.
It's called The Emperor of All Maladies. Emma, you would actually like this book.
I have that. No, I don't have it. I've seen that at Barnes
You
and
do?
Nobles a bunch of times and taken pictures of it to get myself one day. Okay, ready?
Yes.
What am I currently hoping to specifically study in shark neurobiology?
Well, specifically, you did give it away a little bit earlier when you were talking about sensing electronics or sensing their electric fields and how you wanted to do studies into sharks, but you couldn't use the chips because they can mess them up. But that's not an
You mean
answer.
electronic tagging?
Yeah, hang on. You told me this, and it's not predator prey interactions because I always jump to that one. What research project would you want to do regarding sharks?
I mean, yeah, I've emailed a bunch of grad professors and I've showed you the emails and everything.
I know. You told me.
Oh boy.
I can't steal this, so it's all on you, man.
Yeah, no, I know it. It's in my head. We talked about it like today.
I'm still gonna give you half a point because you were like,
Okay. Can you give me a
basically
little bit
there.
of context?
yeah, like if I were to do a research project, I talked about it with white sharks. Like I would do it probably with white sharks or another type of shark like that, and I would research what kind of sensory biology, because it's sensory biology like you talked about earlier.
No, it wasn't more specific than that.
What type of sensory biology?
Oh, I thought you said you were just going to study sensory biology.
No, like what?
type?
Yeah.
I just their electromagnetic sensing.
Yeah.
Okay, but now I'm thinking that the answer is studying how you can study them without using the tagging chips and stuff. I don't think that's right. That's not what you talked about.
So I'm gonna give you the full point because there is a researcher studying electronic tagging and how we can use it to know where sharks are. And I want to study how it has negative impacts on shark electrosensing. But yeah, like basically just how humans impact sensory by like the electrosensing of sharks, like with solar panels, large batteries, wind turbines, electronic tagging, electronic fishing, all that kind of stuff.
We talked about that at Mystic.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was talking to the woman about it because I was like, they feed them dead fish, but one of the ways that they sense fish is their heartbeat. And so I was wondering if changes in heart rate or if they're only fed dead fish, if they're able to now sense a live fish as well and determine between species, or like if it's a learned behavior or an innate behavior.
Sharks eat like big dead whales and stuff too, right?
Some sharks do, not all sharks do, but yeah, it's a really good source of, because they don't have to attack anything, and sharks are so
But
big.
it wouldn't be electric.
Right,
They
right.
just smell it.
That's
or
why I'm
whatever.
wondering, because they have other sensory organ or sensations. I'm wondering if they're only fed dead fish their whole life, would they be able to tell the difference between different species of fish based on their heartbeat? Because some ways that sharks determine what is and isn't palatable is by their heart rate. So I'm wondering if they would still be able to do that, or if it's almost like a learned behavior.
Right.
There's one last question for you.
Uh-oh.
There's one last one for me. You ready?
Yeah.
If I wasn't going to be a doctor, what would I choose to do instead? And there are 3 possible answers.
You couldn't go, like, let's say, like, worst happens, like med school rejects you, whatever kind of thing.
What's my backup plan?
Your backup plan?
Yeah. There's 3
This
possible
sucks,
answers.
because if I were to say this and I'm wrong, I sound like a complete douche.
He's right.
Because if everyone knows what the answer is, you know, like, okay, I'm gonna say it because you guys laugh. You say like stay-at-home wife or something.
That's one of them, but it's
Okay.
not. I didn't say specifically stay-at-home wife. I said like homesteader or farmer.
What? Okay, all right.
But do you know what the other 2 are?
Okay.
Like, what would be my actual back? Like, with the credentials that I have right now, what would be my backup plan?
With the credentials you have now.
Not right now. Sorry, what I will have when I graduate with my bachelor's.
Right. Oh.
There are 3 options. One of them I'm eligible to complete as soon as I graduate with my bachelor's. One of them I could do like right now after I get a certification. And the third one is just farmer. I just want to.
Okay. I guess like herbology.
I couldn't do that. You
Really?
need like 800 hours of
Seriously?
yes. Becoming a registered herbalist is harder than becoming a nutritionist.
Dang. All right. Well, I guess the only thing I knew is you saying like the homesteader thing.
Oh, well, that I would do as a hobby, but like not. I couldn't do it professionally, I don't think.
Okay.
Anyways, nutritionist or
eggs.
personal trainer. What?
Personal
I was gonna
trainer
say, you
was like,
could sell like your eggs and like plants and stuff.
I could.
for context, this personal trainer thing came up yesterday. Like she
Stop!
got the idea.
Oh my gosh.
yesterday.
He's salty.
This is not a 2-year thing she's been thinking about. She
No!
got this yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Because some personal trainer at the gym said she would be great at it.
So what?
That's
It,
yesterday.
That's so valid. That's so valid.
it costs less money to become a personal trainer than it does a nursing assistant. And you arguably make 3 times the money. It's insane.
Nutritionist?
Nutritionist?
Okay, that one I give you.
I
But the
can
personal
do-
trainer one.
Shut up. I want to do it. It would be fun, okay? I would love doing it. Nutritionist, when I graduate with my bachelor's, I have the credit hours to just take the exam, and then I will be a licensed nutritionist,
Nice.
which is cool. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to medical school anyways, and I won't need that credential, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But yep, those are my 3 choices.
All right.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. We had so much fun creating this episode, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we do.
If you'd like to learn more, follow us on Instagram at studentsparks.ep, where we'll post all kinds of information and episode updates.
Don't forget to check in every other week to learn more about what it is like to be a student of neuroscience
And naturopathy.